Richard, how good a performance was that tonight?
Yeah, we thought with the ball we were good. We thought we had a bit of a flat spot at the start of the second half. But as ability and endeavour in attack, and some of the tries we scored were great to watch. Really, I thought defensively, believe it or not, we were really challenged. I thought the way they played, the late offloads, the crossfield stuff, prepared to chance their arm. We did a lot of running about, chasing shadows in that first half, and I just never felt we've got a grip of the contact area well enough, and his missed tackle count will be quite high tonight, and probably a little bit symptomatic of the way they played on us too. So we challenged the boys at half time to get a little bit more ruthless defensively if we could. Having said that, we conceded 2 tries, and I thought the way we attacked, the attitude, the style of the attack, our ability to score tries in different ways, were terrific and great to watch.
How much can we read into the fact you scored 102 points in 2 games?
We scored a few at home, haven't we, too? Because his last home game were okay. So we've got a big month coming up. We play Catalan away, Saints, Cass, and there's a cup game. So we're going to get some fairly strong challenges, I reckon, over the next 3 weeks. But look, it's a long season, but having had us backsides handed to us like we did in round 1, I think our ability to stick together and the evolution of what we're doing with the ball, has been really positive for us, and we're in a good spot after 5 rounds. There's plenty more to do though.
Since you came in, you've reiterated, you've been going through a transitional period. There have been some things to work out, so on and so forth. Are we starting to see Leeds Rhinos come through that transitional period and get back towards what Leeds being Leeds as we know them to be?
If you're judging us now, yeah, but I still think you need to judge us over the long term. However, we have got and it's fair to say we've got a positive squad. We've got a lot of positive guys in there that work hard for each other, support each other, understand what we require to play within our club and our systems, and are full of encouragement for each other too. And you can tell there's a lot of camaraderie in there. So some setbacks will come, but I'm confident. If sort of answer your original question, I'm confident that we've got a group of guys that will weather some setbacks along the way.
How big a challenge is this next 3 to 4 weeks almost mentally, because a lot of coaches warn that you have a good start, you have a win like this, and you can fall in love with yourselves. How important is it?
Yeah, I don't think we'll fall in love with ourselves. And I say if we get some setbacks, then I'm confident. We had one in round 1 and we bounced back from it pretty well. I saw at the end of last year really, even though we got some new players. But when we had a setback, we always tended to respond in a pretty good manner. So I don't think falling in love with ourselves is an issue. We played the team that are at the bottom of the comp tonight, and having it tough. They're having it really tough for a whole host of reasons at the moment. So we're not going to get carried away on the basis of that. As I say, we'll judge ourselves after 29 rounds. But having said all that, we tip our hats to what the boys are doing for us at the moment, and a real positive start to the season.
What's your take on Toronto? I mean, obviously they had might have had a difficult start. There's been a lot in the media about salary cap and whatnot. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the media's take on it. All I see is a team that I've felt they've been on a bit of an upward curve. I played Saints away last week, which I'm sure were a really tough game for them. They lost Johnny Wilkin early, a couple of injuries. It would have been a tough night for them tonight. However, we felt coming into it were a real dangerous game because of the way that they moved the ball, and I thought defensively, that's by far and away the worst they've defended this year. But I thought defensively, they've been aiming up and trying really hard for each other. After tonight, I'm still going to stick my neck out and say I reckon they've got enough wins in them. I do see that in them, and I think they'll strengthen throughout the year.
Word on Luke Dale. Milestones for him.
Yeah, great. The biggest milestone for me was when he didn't throw the ball into the crowd. Jace Davidson's give us a bit of a rocket because you get fined for scoring tries and throwing it into the crowd. So he threw the crowd a dummy and threw it back in field, which no one would have really got, but there was some fair irony in that. I think the combination of our halves tonight, it's always Spining. I think Brad's had 2 terrific games at 9, just what we're looking for from him. Richie did another great job for us at fullback. Thought the combinations in our spine were really good. So we just did a bit of a flat spot after half time, and as soon as we got to being a bit more direct and straightened us up a little bit, we started to find his way through again. So yeah, Luke's been great. He's just, with what's happened to Steve, he's sort of effortlessly just slipped into the captaincy role without any sort of histrionics or fanfare, and it's like a duck to water to him, and he's been a really good skipper for us too. So he's warm into it, and as I say, we're not getting carried away. We know there's a lot of season left in front of us, and there's going to be some highs and some lows in that, but right where we are after 5 rounds, given what happened in round 1, I think we can be pleased the way we've turned it around and found ourselves in this spot so far.
You said before the start of the season that you're looking like baby steps up the table and things like that. If you come through the next sort of 3-4 weeks, alright, would you perhaps look at revising that, sort of set your sights a bit higher up the table?
Well, we didn't set our sights anyway, Gary. We just said we want to be a consistent team that works hard for each other and gets better every week. And so far, I think the boys are very much adhering to that. What we found is, I'm going to say this, guys, and I don't pay too much attention to it. After round 1, I'm sure it was, and Leeds look like they're in for another struggle this season. They've got to win next week. We beat OKR fairly convincingly. Yeah, but that's not a real test until we play Warrington last week. But can they back it up tonight? And not a win's not expected. They're expected to win big. We've just got to control what we can control and understand, as I say, we keep our standards on performance and our standards on training right, and hopefully results will take care of themselves. But let me tell you, if they don't and we have some setbacks, we'll stick together and we'll get through it.